everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today is my top 10 books I'd like to complete in 2024. I am moving 8 of the books that I had this year over to next year, and I have got 2 new books for next year. It's pretty much similar to last year, this year, which was more simplistic style and quite easy style. So the first one I am moving over to next year is 100 Dinosaurs, colour by number by Sun Life Drawing. I have done like 60 or something, or maybe 40 of the pictures here, and I think I've got like 60 left or something like that. So this one's moving over to next year. This is 100 Dinosaurs, colour by number by Sun Life Drawing. It's got an easy colour palette, and if you've never seen this book before, I'll show you a couple of the plain images. So you have your colour palette at the bottom, and then you have the image here, but all the colours that you see on the bottom is what you have in the picture, so it's a lot easy to do. And I'll show you a couple of the ones I've done. I've done that one, done this one, done that one, and it's a really fun book to do. The next one that I have moved to next year is my Dinosaur colouring book. I haven't really coloured that much in this book, but I did do this one this year. But as you can see, it has like a border around it, so they're easy to do, but then the line art's quite thin, so I'm trying to figure out what mediums to use on this book. I did start that one and I need to finish it. And then I've coloured a couple here, but it's just literally all dinosaurs and it's adorable. And this is by Igloo Books Publishing. And I think it's designed by Amy Bradford. I think it is, I'm not too sure. So that was my Dinosaur colouring book. The next one that I'm moving on to next year is my Monsters and Aliens colouring book, and again this is by Igloo Books Publishing, and I don't know if that's actually the illustrator or not. It's Amy Bradford again, but I think it's probably the people who actually designed the book. And this one I've done a little bit but not a lot in here as well. Did this one this year, and again it's the thin line artwork, but it's all monsters and aliens, and it's got the border around the edge, and he's fixed that one up badly because it's yellowed terribly. But yeah, I do like this book. It's just a little bit difficult to try and figure out colours and stuff for the little creatures. As you guys can see, I have done a little bit of it. And again, that's my Monsters and Aliens colouring book. The next one is my Pirate colouring book, and again this is by Igloo Books Publishing. And I've done a little bit more in this book, but as you guys can see, it's more simplistic. It's got thicker line art, and again it's got the border, which is really cool. I don't like the fact that that yellowed, but, and it's actually yellow, isn't it? It's like bright yellow. I've never seen that before. Oh, that's ruined that picture, but oh well. Oh, that one's yellowed as well. But I don't use like fancy markers in these books. I just use like permanent markers, or like the ones that are running out or something. I don't use my fancy ones because it's just really simplistic images. And that's my Pirate colouring book. The next one that I'm moving to next year is my Knights and Dragons colouring book, and again this is by Igloo Books Publishing. And as you can see, it's thinner line art, but it still has the border. I can't remember why I've got that one marked, to be honest. And this one is the one that I didn't do as much this year in, but I'm going to try and do as more next year. I think that's the only one I did this year. Yeah, they're the only two that I've got done in that book. And that's my Knights and Dragons colouring book. The next one is my pretty colouring book, and this one is nearly complete. I've just got 9 left in this book, and this one is the most simple one out of all the bunch that I'm going to show you. It's just dead, mindless colouring. It's got a border, lines thick. Just, I love everything about this book. And as you guys can see, I have done a lot in this book. I thought I'd complete this year, but I'm just going to move it on to next year and finish it off next year. So that's my pretty colouring book, and again it's by Igloo Books Publishing. The next one that I'm moving on to next year is Cool Animals colouring book, and again this is by Igloo Books Publishing. And this one I'm doing in order, and I think I've done like halfway. And again, the line art's like really thick. I will skip that one for some weird reason. So I've got to finish these ones that are all yellows. But like I said, I don't really do any fancy pens or anything in these books. These are just like budget friendly pens and stuff, and like payment markers. The next one that I'm gonna move to next year, and the last one I'm moving to next year, is Fabulous and Sparkly colouring book, and again this is by Igloo Books Publishing. And I think I'm doing this one in order, I'm not too sure. Oh no, I'm not. See, it's the brown, so the yellow one. It's fine. I'll fix it all next year. As you guys can see, the line art's a little bit thinner on these ones, but not as thin as the Knights one and the Dinosaur one, but they are still quite detailed, and they don't have borders on this one at all, so it's a little bit more detailed. Well, that is a Fabulous and Sparkly colouring book. The new one that I'm moving on to next year is my Mermaid colouring book, and this is again by Igloo Books Publishing, and I wanted to do this one this year, but I couldn't find a book, and then I found it and I was like, could have done it this year, but I'll do this one next year. And this one is just full of mermaids, but the line art's quite thin and there's a border around it. And I think this one was the first one of like the collection that I ever got. I've had this one like since 2019, I think. And it's just absolutely cute beyond cute. And it'd be perfect for Mermaid as well. If you want me to do like a colour and chat in these books or anything like that, just let me know. That is my Mermaid colouring book by Igloo Books Publishing. And the last one is 100 Beautiful Mandalas by Camila Andrakova. If you followed me for the longest time, you guys know I use this book every single month for colour palettes, Disney Makes Colourings, Mandala, Disney Mandala Challenge, and other little prompts like that. So I do use this book quite a lot, and I am nearly finished this book. I think I've got like 30, maybe 40 left to do in this book, so I thought I'll move it to next year, see if I can complete it. Hopefully I can, because if I do, that'll be an achievement. 100 pages in 1 year. That'll be amazing. But I'm going to show you some of them I've done. And I've been doing this book like I think 3 years now, and like I said, I've been using like colour palettes that people use. I've been doing prompts like this one with a fire and ice prompt by Jamie Loves Colouring, and sometimes I just pick random colours and they come out really nice. Like this is a random colour one, and then the monochrome one, I think I have to use black and white or something, and then that one's like pastel one. And then I was doing like the flags of the world at one point. So it's like really fun to do. So they are my top 10 books. The 100 Beautiful Mandalas by Camelia Andrakova. My Mermaid colouring book by Igloo Book Publishing. Fabulous and Sparkly colouring book by Igloo Books Publishing. Cool Animals colouring book by Igloo Books Publishing. My Pretty colouring book by Igloo Book Publishing. My Knights and Dragon colouring book by Igloo Books Publishing. My Pirate colouring book by Igloo Book Publishing. My Monsters and Aliens colouring book by Igloo Books Publishing. My Dinosaur colouring book by Igloo Books Publishing. And 100 Dinosaurs colour by number by Sun Life Drawing. I'm hoping I'll get, I'm not going to say all of them done next year, but I'm hoping I'll get about, hopefully 4. I'm going to set my target for 4 next year. But I'm not putting any pressure on myself, because there's always the following year and the following year after that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, turn the notification bell on. Don't forget to follow my Instagram, follow my Facebook group page, and also give my TikTok a little bit of love. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.